right, Happy New Year. Let's go ahead and do this right now, shall we? Hey there, Enterprisers, what's good? It's Jason Lago here again, and in this video I want to talk to you about how to start the new year off right. How to start the new year off right, okay? So at the time of this video, you've guessed it, but we are right upon the new year, okay? New Year's Eve and consequently New Year's Day are just a few days removed from the time that I'm recording this video, and what a great time to think about the many exciting things and possibilities you have ahead of you if you have your mind right, and more importantly, if you put those things in your mind onto paper and then consequently create a plan around that, okay? And so that's really the gist of this video. Nothing I say here in this video, tip-wise, should be a surprise to you, but I think it's a good, healthy reminder to start anew. And that's one of the things I love about the new year, is that it does give a chance for all of us to wipe the slate clean, as it were, and to start with a fresh start so that we might go ahead and conquer all of our goals, whatever they may be in your life, in your business, relationships, and so on. So without further ado, let me give you 3 of the simplest and best ways, in my opinion, for you to start the new year off right. Let's get right into it. Number 1, set goals, okay? Set goals. And it goes without saying, right? Or at least it should go without saying, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I'm a big believer in writing down what your goals are. And that's really the tip inside the tip, if you will, for you to go ahead and not only create and set goals, but to put them on paper and to really list out what your goals are. Obviously, this is a business channel. We're all about making money online and in your business and in your life and all that good stuff. So we're talking about, how much money you want to make. Those goals need to be put down. But even if you weren't applying it to business, you need to be specific about what your goals are. And I would say goals is the key word here. Not just your goal, but your goals, right? You should have goals within goals within goals. Not too many to where you're confused, but you need to know that there are different levels to goals, right? And so you have a financial goal, maybe a monetary goal where you have a number that's attached to it, as in this is how much money you want to make, but then you should also have goals about the things that you want to accomplish. That is certain milestones in your business or your life or what have you, kind of like I mentioned before, right? And it's absolutely paramount that you take what these goals are and write them down somewhere, okay? Whether it's on a 3x5 card, a piece of notebook paper, you can type it in one of the notes or apps that you have on your phone or on your computer, but it is so vitally important that you put this down somewhere. There's something powerful, and I can't tell you what it is, and I can't even tell you why it works. I can just tell you from firsthand experience that I believe that it's real, and many others will attest to it as well, but there's something powerful about taking what's here and putting it out here somewhere. In terms of goal setting, I can tell you that there's nothing that even comes close to it. So make sure that you set your goals. Write them down, write them out, set them clearly, set them succinctly, and then also make sure that they're measurable, right? If you go ahead and write down one of the goals that you have is to do $1 million and you've done nothing like that before, you've never even made any money, at all, then, maybe that's not measurable, right? Maybe that's not realistic. So I believe that there should be a level of reasonability and predictability in your goals, but then also, sure, let's go ahead and set a challenge that is reasonably high as well so that you are pushing yourself and forced to push yourself to reach those goals. All in all, create your goals. Set them, write them down. Goal setting is number 1. Number 2, create a plan. Okay, create a plan. And that's why I love this progression, because first of all, you need to create what your goals are and list what those are. And then once you have that down and it's clear as to what your goals are, now it's time to create the plan as to how you intend to get there. And part of goal setting is the plan itself, right? So once you put the number as far as what you want to do or list the item or the milestone, it's definitely time to map out, as it were, the steps that it's going to take, or at least the steps that you believe it's going to take in order to hit that goal. So, and what that forces you to do is really uncover other goals and kind of forces you to grow and to learn and to succeed in different ways. For instance, you're not going to hit $1 million if you don't hit $100,000 first. Does that make sense? And by the time you hit $100,000, you have something worth celebrating. You have something worth celebrating at $100,000, at $50,000, at $200,000. You get the idea. In terms of maybe growth, organic growth and followers, right? In order to hit 100,000 followers, you must first hit 10,000 first, right? And you kind of get the idea as far as what I'm saying here. So create the plan, right? And once we hit this milestone at this plan, here's how we're going to pivot, or here's how we're going to adjust, or here's what I believe that we will have learned. And so with that money, that profit, let's go ahead and reinvest it into maybe more aggressive marketing campaigns or blowing up our paid advertising, methodologies. You get the idea, right? But it's so important to create a plan, because until you start formulating a plan, then you will not only not hit your goal, but you won't hit the first step in order to get there. Does that make sense? So make sure that you create a plan. And what's really important, and and worth me saying here about creating a plan is that you shouldn't just create it, but you need to make sure that you execute it as well. Number 3, and finally, list the necessary skills. Okay, list the necessary skills, as in the required skills that it's going to take in order for you to hit this goal and in order for you to go ahead and execute on this plan, right? You have to know that in order to hit a certain goal, there are some things that need to happen, right? And so you need to go ahead and understand, what am I going to need to make sure that I'm doing, or what should I become, or how should I grow in order to hit this goal? You know, for instance, if you want to go ahead and hit a certain goal monetarily, right, $100,000, $200,000, or whatever in your business, then you have to know you've got to get good at sales, right? I don't care how any way you slice it, all right? I'm not sure what business you're in, and it doesn't matter, right? You could be in affiliate marketing, you can be in multi-level marketing, direct marketing, you could be in supplements, for crying out loud. At the end of the day, a business is not a business unless there's sales, right? Just watch Shark Tank or any other, you know, just talk to any accountant. What they're looking for is the bottom line, and the bottom line is reflected in your sales, right? That's the biggest indicator. So you must know that you have to get good at sales. And if you've never done sales before, right, or maybe sales is one of those things that you've really, you know, skimped on before because you focus more on the marketing side, now you know you need sales in order to close the deal. And they're two sides of the same coin, by the way, right? There's a great debate. Should you learn marketing? Should you learn sales? Which is more important? I think they're both absolutely paramount in order for you to hit your goal, right? Marketing, it is said that if you get good at marketing, then you have more leads coming to you, and now you have more to work with. But the reality is, until you convert those leads, you know, then there is no money, right? No one gets paid unless a sale is made, okay? And I'm using this as the prime example to kind of prove my point, but it's not just limited to salesmanship and learning how to do marketing. Oftentimes you must learn other skills as well, things like funnel building and the art of follow-up, and maybe, you know, website design or SEO or a lot of these other things, right? And so it's very important that you're cognizant of what it takes in order for you to crush your goals. And here's what's cool about this. Sometimes throughout this process, you're going to realize that, you know, while you've identified the skill that is necessary to achieve your success, well, the cool thing about it is it doesn't always have to be something that you learn personally. It just needs to be something that you bring onto your team, right? And so that's where things like delegation and automation and outsourcing come into play. Because if you don't have the time to learn how to become a good video editor like me and have no interest, then you can pay someone else to do that. Does that make sense? If you don't have the time or the patience or the wherewithal to learn high ticket sales, now it's time maybe that you offload that to a sales team or a salesperson, and when they close deals, you can get paid handsomely for it. Does that make sense? You just need to make sure that you understand that what the skills are that are necessary to achieve your goal, and then make sure that you or someone close to you has those skills so you can accomplish that goal. That's it, my friends. Hopefully this was helpful to you. Quick and dirty as per usual, but very, very important, I believe, to help you get started right in your New Year's. And I wish you a happy New Year along with that. All right. Thank you so much for all the support. Every last one of you who have followed, liked, shared, commented, subscribed. I appreciate all that. And please make sure you do that again right here, right now. I got a lot more content coming down the pipe just for you. So make sure you hit that. And again, I want to thank you all so very much for this wild, crazy journey. Thank you for riding with me. I wish you and yours a happy New Year.